call the meeting to order. And John, we'll let you certify we have a quorum.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we have a quorum with two board members physically present in the meeting room, and then all of the other five members attending the meeting via Zoom connection. The meeting, I can certify that the meeting was properly noticed and that the board members were all given 3 working days notice of the special meeting.
Okay. And the purpose of this meeting is to discuss the roof contract here at the lodge. We are going to go into executive session right away to discuss the bids. After we discuss that, we will come out of executive session and we will take a vote on accepting a bid so that we can move forward. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and go into executive session. So we'll ask everyone present in the room if you guys would please go out in the hall, and then as soon as we are ready to break out, we'll let everybody know.
All right, John, can you hear us?
Yes.
Storm confirmed, Greg.
Okay. The interesting stuff.
Just being careful.
Okay, so does anybody have a motion?
Yes, I do. Mr. President, I move that the board accept the bid of Higher Ground Roofing for the replacement of the lodge roof at a base cost of $540 in addition to the cost of materials.
$40,000.
$1,000.
I'm $533,000 for $540. Yeah, I'm sorry. 533,540. In addition, cost of materials to install hot edge and gutter at $188,000 and a contingency of $75,000 for a total cost of approximately $797,000. I further move that the board fund the project through a contribution from existing association funds of approximately $207,000 and a special assessment to be borne by lodge unit owners of approximately $590,000 to be apportioned according to the square footage of each lodge unit. I also move that the board authorize the board president, assisted by the Lodge Roof Replacement Committee and the board treasurer, 1, to establish a schedule for the payment of the special assessments by lodge owners, and 2, to schedule the beginning date and estimated ending date of the project.
Do we have a second?
Second,
Who was that?
Scott.
That was Scott. Do we have any further discussion from the board? Anyone in the room have any comments, questions? The total cost of the project is going to be just under 800,000. COVID, supply chain, inflation, everything.
So what do you estimate this is gonna be?
On average, around 3,800.
4,300.
What was the question, Rick?
What would it cost the average owner? I mean, it depends on square footage.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
how many units you own?
yeah, it's per unit. And the average for, if you take out the large penthouse units and just look at the average of the majority of units, of which there are, 135 or 6,
Mhm.
the average cost is going to be around 4,000.
Yes. There's also a couple of penthouses and a couple of other larger units.
Yeah, there's two penthouses and one 900 square foot unit 200. Those units would pay a little bit, pay a fair amount more because they're significantly larger.
There's 139, 140 owners in the lodge.
Units.
Units, I'm sorry, units.
Unit.
So,
And partly to answer your question also, if there's gonna be roofing projects in the outlying areas, there's gonna be, we have to plan for contributions from reserves for all of those areas also. So,
Well, Gary,
well,
yeah,
no,
that-
I don't think you want to make that statement at this point, because
No,
the basis for the
Yeah.
basis for the lodge contribution is based on common areas in the lodge that all owners benefit from. There aren't many common areas in the 3 clusters that all owners benefit from.
okay.
So you're saying this does not set a precedent for the outlying areas having to also pay an assessment?
no.
No, I think what they're saying is that it's possible the outlying areas will not get a contribution from reserves, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what,
So,
That's
every
right.
would be assessed.
Certainly not to the degree that the lodge would.
Okay,
Yeah.
We
No.
haven't even, we
No,
don't even
when-
have costs for the for the clusters yet. We don't have that information.
Yeah. when the outlying clusters, when that comes up, there'll be a special assessment to each cluster. Yeah,
Yep.
what we're dealing with right now is just the lodge, and we're saying there's a contribution up front because of the 26% common area to all owners. Yes. We anticipate around August 1st, and that is.
Rick, when you take a question from the floor, would you repeat it?
Question was, when do we anticipate starting? And right now, what we talked about was around August 1st. That gets through most of the rental season. So there's less impact on owners who are have rental units. So with that, we'll go ahead and take a vote. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
aye,
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, John, it was 7-0.
thank you.
Okay, with that, that was the only topic we're allowed to discuss, so that will conclude the meeting.
okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.